Salute to all the diehards. This is Diehard Giants Live, and I am your host. I am Jarrell on IG and Twitter. Um, we are down 14-10. We're usually down when this show usually starts. Unfortunately, this year, we are 5-10 going up against the 8-7, I believe, Rams. And the Rams, I don't know, they don't look too good themselves. The score is only 14-10. Is usually uh I'm trying to say how I should say this. The Giants look like the Giants this year. The offense is obviously not offensing, and Tyrod Taylor is looking like a backup quarterback. He has multiple picks already. Um, he's not the only reason why we're losing this game, though. But it is what it is. We already know how this season is gone. I got Steph in the background with me. Let me bring her in. Hold on 1 second. Steph, what's good?
I'm good. Salute to you. Salute to the chat, the replay gang. I don't know who's going to replay and watch this Giants game, but maybe they'll just replay just to hear us and see us.
Right. Hopefully, we're good enough as content creators that they'll watch the show anyway. Let's
Right,
just say
right,
that.
right.
Salute to everybody in the chat: Dwayne, Mega, First Lady Geraldine, Wonder Woman in the
Salute,
chat.
salute.
Same people in the chat. You go. All of you guys are moderators. So if anybody come in talking that riffraff, what I'm saying, just kick them out.
Right.
Just kick them out. We got a losing record. Just kick anybody out. I don't care. So yeah, Steph, I know you and Tone had a show earlier about the Knicks. I was in the chat. I was watching the game and listening to you guys at the same time. Did you catch any of the first half?
I did not catch any of the first half of the Giants.
Okay, cool. You didn't really miss much. It was a whole bunch of malarkey. Let's just say that. Tyrod Taylor, I don't know. He looks rusty. He's a backup quarterback anyway, so I don't expect him to be, Dan Marino out there. But he's looking a little worse than he did when he was playing before. Maybe it could be rust, or it could just be that we're not good anyway. It's kind of hard to tell because we're 5-10 and haven't been good all season for the most part. So I don't even know if it's all his fault. They're just showing Kobe Turner, who is a rookie defensive tackle on their team. He has almost 2 sacks already today. He got 1.5 sacks and 6 pressures already right in Tyrod Taylor's face. Yeah, salute to Andy in the chat. He's watching the game in the background as well, so he might join us in a few minutes. But yeah, that there's nothing really to report other than that. Obviously watching the game, the Rams have 2 very, very good wide receivers. Cooper Kupp, who is arguably top 5 wide receiver in the league, and they have a rookie over there that has been killing. I think he is going to break the rookie record for receptions as a wide receiver, and that is a very, very good accomplishment considering all the wide receivers that has came in the NFL history. So other than that, I don't know. There's nothing else to report. Matthew Stafford is looking good. The Rams aren't really that good this year, but they put up a lot of points because Matthew Stafford is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I will say like bottom part of top 10. But our defense is playing okay, given the circumstances. Deontay Banks isn't playing. Other than that, I think we pretty much got the full slate of guys. But yeah, it's pretty much like a boring game to watch so far. We might be talk about a lot of Knicks stuff today.
Who scored the touchdown? So I take it this was a touchdown and a field goal.
Correct. I believe Wendell Robinson scored the touchdown. I could get some stats up. Hold on 1 second. Because it was actually a rushing
touchdown. Are you
touchdown.
kidding me?
Yeah, and that is the rookie in question, Nakua. Yes. He's a beast, man. Like he's arguably the best rookie wide receiver in the history of the NFL.
What?
Yes. I think he needed 7 receptions to break the record today. I'll go through the stats to see how many he has so far, but yeah, he has been a beast all season. So they got him, in the later rounds. So they got a diamond in the rough. That's how the NFL draft usually is. Most of the best players in the league are not picked in the first round, and he's a prime example of that. Yep, number 17. I think his name is Puka Nakua, and yeah, he's a beast. Let me get through. See if I get the stats up. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Now the Rams have scored, so it'll be 21-10. Well, 20-10 because they actually missed the extra point. I just saw that. So let's go through us first. So far in the beginning of the third quarter, the Giants haven't had the ball yet. I think the Rams had the ball at the beginning of the second half. Tyrod Taylor is 14 for 18, one interception for 126 yards. Wandale Robinson, the one run that he had was the touchdown. It was a 24-yard gain. Saquon Barkley, as you can see, only carried the ball 3 times so far.
What is that about?
I don't know, man. I don't know if we in tank mode or what, Steph, but obviously Saquon Barkley usually has more carries than that. But look, when he did get the ball, it's almost 7 yards a carry. So that should show you if he only got 3 carries and 7 yards a carry, there's a reason why he's not getting the ball. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's hiding an injury and they not trying to, play their hand as to who's hurt or not on the team. But yeah, Saquon obviously isn't getting the ball. Wandale Robinson also has 4 catches for almost 40 yards. He's been our best player today. Jalen Hyatt has a couple catches down the sideline that I saw. They were pretty good catches. Good routes that he ran. Daniel Bellinger got a couple. Darren Waller has 3 for 31 yards. Nick McLeod has been our leading tackler. Bobby Okereke got his first sack of the season, along with 4 tackles. And Dane Belton, who came in for the hurt Jason Pennick, he has his first interception of the year, I believe. Other than that, defense has been playing pretty well. They just scored a touchdown, but holding the Rams to 14 points in the first half, you really can't complain about that because they are a high-scoring offense. Matthew Stafford so far, 19 for 24, almost 190 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick to Dane Belton, like I mentioned before. Kyron Williams, is he a rookie? Not a rookie. I think it's the second year out of Notre Dame running back. 11 carries for almost 4 yards a carry and a touchdown. Tyler Higbee is the leading. Well, hold on. This needs to be updated because Puka Nakua's catch isn't up there, is it? Hold on.
I think it was. They said it was Kyron Williams that was with the. Oh, I'm not the catch. Not the catch. I thought you're talking about.
Yeah, the
touchdown.
Yeah, their 2 touchdowns came from Kyron Williams, like their running back.
Okay.
Yeah, now that I upgraded it, look, Puka Nakua, 5 catches for 118 yards already. Cooper Kupp has obviously had a lackluster day, except for that 1 touchdown, but it was a short touchdown, 4 catches for 27 yards. When you can hold one of the best wide receivers in the league to that, your defense is doing a pretty good job. But obviously, the rookie is killing us, but he kills everybody. On defense, they have a load of sacks. Byron Young got a sack. Turner, I told you, had 2. So Tyrod Taylor's been hit. Aaron Donald almost has 2 sacks with 1.5, and they have a pick. So the defense is balling. Our offense is not, and that has been the main story of the game so far. And just like every other week, to be honest.
Yeah. One more game. And then
that's all you can all you can do is, sigh a little bit, be like, one more game. That's it.
And
focus on the draft.
Focus on the draft, right?
Focus on the draft, man. Salute to Dwayne. Dwayne said, yeah, Nakua and Kupp is a crazy dynamic duo. Yeah, that's why you find diamonds in the rough in those other rounds, man. You do not have to have a first round pick be the cornerstone of your rookie class like Puka Nakua. I need to look it up. Let me see when he got drafted, but he was he wasn't on anybody's radar to be like a number one wide receiver. He was okay in college, but not like this. Like nobody knew he was gonna do this right here. Hold on. Cool. I need to see where he got drafted.
So then the Giants have to do a better job in the later rounds then.
Yes, that's but like every team though. I mean, first round picks, don't get me wrong. First round picks are usually supposed to be the cornerstone of your team, but usually it does not work that way. Most of the most of the best players on any football team usually isn't a first round pick. There's a lot of bust. Um, a lot of bust in football when it comes to the first round, even the second round. Like
Right.
your best players could be picked in the fourth round, fifth round. It really doesn't matter. San Francisco is a prime example of that. Even though they have a good team, a lot of those dudes that's on that team that's killing is not first are not first round picks, including that
Right.
quarterback who was the last pick of the draft last year.
Right.
So it's possible to do that. Yeah, he came out of Washington. Came out of he first he went to Washington, transferred to BYU. But out of BYU, yeah, he was picked in the fifth round, pick number 177.
Mm,
And coming into today, he had 96 catches for 1,300 yards and 5 touchdowns.
wow.
So yeah, I think he just needed five. I think he needed 7 catches to break the record, and now he's at 5. So yeah, he'll probably break the record on us today, and that will solidify him as the best rookie wide receiver in NFL history. That's crazy to say in 2023. Look at Saquon with the alligator arms when nobody was coming. I don't know what that was about. That's just frustration of being on a losing team right there. Saquon is better than that. Yep, Dwayne has sounds like Tom Brady. Tom Brady is another one of those picking in the sixth round, picked in the seventh round that could still flourish in the NFL. You just have to have an opportunity because people slide through the cracks all the time in the NFL draft. Dwayne said, "Let's get ready for the draft now."
Now, right?
Well, we got a whole game and a quarter and a half to worry about real football before the draft talk starts. But yeah, it's not looking good. Um, Looking at this team though, I can honestly say that we definitely should draft a quarterback with our first pick.
But but okay, all right. We're not going to be picking top five, but you think wherever we pick, we'll have a good chance.
And it might actually be 5 though. We actually might
Okay.
like right now. I think we pick fifth.
Okay.
I think so. Depending on what other teams, where obviously I think we're going to lose today, and we're going to lose next week in Philly. But I don't know how many teams are going to have 5 wins. I have to look at the standings again, but I think we pick around 5 so far. If we lose out, hopefully we can get 4 or 3. But I don't know. You never know. We wouldn't know until
Yeah.
at the end of next week. So yeah, we can get we need to go to quarterback, even if it means trading up. That was my problem. That's the reason why I wanted to lose games. It's not because I don't think we could get a quarterback if we did get the 5th pick. My problem is if we get the 5th pick and want to move up, what it would take to move up to 2. It might,
And it's a lot.
yeah, to move up from 5 to 2, you might have to give up. We have 2 second round picks. You might have to give up both of those and
Mm,
next year's first, and maybe the first after that, because those are like it might not seem much because it's only moving up a few slots, but in the NFL, moving up just a couple or a few slots means multiple first round draft picks, depending on where you're going, especially if you're going to try to trade into the top 5.
right.
Like those are prime picks that teams, you need a haul to get my second pick of the draft.
Right.
Like I'm not going to give you my second pick of the draft just so you can give me your first this year and first next year and that's it.
Right. Right.
It never happens that way. NFL front offices always have like a draft cheat sheet or a trade cheat sheet every draft.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the public isn't really privy to that information, but Usually they have a chart, and whatever you, if you're like at pick 6 trying to move up to 2, you know exactly what you need to move up to 2,
Right.
if that makes sense. So are you willing to just mortgage, not to mortgage your future, but give up multiple seconds, multiple firsts, just to move up 3 slots to get Drake May, when you can
Right.
get Daniels from LSU at 5? It all
Right.
depends on how much you love Drake May.
Right.
So I feel that, say if we did fall in love with Drake May and he's going to be picked second and we want to move up to second, look at the draft real estate that we have to give up to get him. That is why you want to lose games. It's not about, just trying to get to 2. You just
Right.
want to lose as many games as you can, because if you did want to move up, you will have to give up less to move up. That's all.
Right.
Because even if we pick 3 and move up to 2, you still gonna have to give up, like, just to move up that one slot. Just to move up that one slot, you might have to give up, your 2 seconds this year,
Mm.
and maybe your first next year.
Yeah, that's
Not right, not nothing too crazy because you're only moving up one slot. But if
Mhm.
if somebody else wants to leapfrog you to get Drake May, you got to do it.
Right.
If you putting all your baskets into Drake May. Um, Hold on, I think we got Andy in the background. Andy, you got a thumbs up? You ready? You good? Yep, Andy's good. Andy, what's shaking, bro?
What up, Jarrell? What up, Steph? Happy to be
Salute,
on with you
Andy.
guys. Second day in a row.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
Andy.
Yeah. If anybody missed us on Steph's show yesterday, she had an emergency show about the Andre Barrett and IQ trade, or should I say the OG Ananobi trade, since he is the Nick now. Yeah, it was. I think it was around what time? 4 o'clock yesterday,
Yes,
Yeah.
around 4 o'clock. Yeah,
and the show was about what, 3.5 hours long.
about 3 hours. About 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a dope show. So if you're part of the replay gang, if you want to check out some good Knicks content, just go to Steph's show, or Steph's channel, Dope Soul Sports Talk, and it's a whole bunch of Knicks content on there.
Yeah.
Salute to
Great show.
Staffer. Salute to Staffer. I seen Staffer in your in Tony's chat earlier. Always
Mhm.
good to see Staffer in the chat on the show. He was on the show yesterday as well, and he's a dope content creator himself. So salute
Mhm.
to Staffer on this beautiful
Salute,
Sunday
Steph.
afternoon. Yeah,
Keeping us
so
abreast of what's going on.
yeah, man. Like this, I don't know how much we're gonna talk about this game. So we might get some Knicks talk. I might actually get Staffer on. Might as well talk about the Knicks, because there's nothing really exciting that's going to happen in this game, unless something happened and we actually keep it close. It's close now. It's 10. It's only a 2 possession game, but yeah, I expect us to lose this. Mm,
You saw
Dwayne.
the last possession though?
Yeah, I just
Mhm. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
You were talking about Staff, and I was like, going over my face. That Staff, that wasn't, towards you, bro. It was towards the play.
The Giants are the Giants, man. That's why I try to talk through the pain, and try to talk through the pain, man.
Yeah, but Jerome, if you can enlighten me about the rule there,
Mhm.
because the receiver, the receiver, he didn't catch the ball, right? But
Mhm.
why didn't he go after it right away? He was like he was tripping or something. Maybe there was some kind of rule thing that if he didn't catch it, they're gonna start from a certain point on the field or what?
I'm not exactly sure. I have to watch it again, to be honest. I
Yeah,
have to
because
see it.
it for me it clearly looked like he was like, I don't know if I should go after it or it's gonna be better if I leave it alone. And then he rushed out on it, for it. So I was like,
It depends. You talk about, it was a punt return, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so it depends on if he touched it or not. Like, say if the receiver touched it, then it's a live ball.
yeah.
If the
That's why
receiver
I think
touched
so.
it, yeah, if he thought it touched him, it doesn't matter if it touched like your shoelace. It could be the other team's ball if they jump on it. But if you don't catch it cleanly and you think you should, if the ball is going to bounce forward, you might want to try to get it so it won't, so the punt won't be as long as possible. But usually if you miss the catch, you're usually supposed to let it go, because that's when bad stuff happens. if you touch the ball, they can try to tackle you. The ball can pop out and stuff like that. So as a punt returner, if you don't catch the ball cleanly, don't catch it at all and tell everybody to run away. They actually have a like a code word. It could be anything that the punt returner yells out for the everybody on the punt team to scatter away from the ball. Because if it touches anybody, it doesn't have to be him. If that ball touches anybody, it's a free ball before it's jumped on for
and
possession.
and that's how they came up with the with the shape of the ball, right? So it screws up
Mhm.
someone and hits them after the punt.
Yep. Oblong ball. That ball can bounce any
Yeah,
direction,
right.
anytime. Like that's the whole problem with the shape of the ball. Like it could bounce to the left and go completely the opposite
Yeah,
direction. You wouldn't know.
yeah. I do drills with footballs on the basketball team I coach. The
Okay.
seventh, eighth graders, I throw them these kind of balls,
Hmm.
so they gotta jump on it as far as the rebounding goes and the
Hmm.
blocking out and stuff like that, right? So they never know how it's gonna land, right? So
Right.
with
I've
the round ball, it would be way easier. So
Yep. Even in football, they do drills like that. Like a coach would just bounce a football right in front of like three players. You obviously don't know where it's going to bounce, but how fast your read and reaction could be, or your hand-eye coordination to know who will get the ball first. If everybody's lined up at the line, you just throw the ball really hard at the ground. Whoever gets on the ball first wins the drill because nobody know where it's going to bounce since it's not round. So a good catch by Darren Waller. Good pass and catch Darren Waller. He has been I don't want to say Darren Waller has been a disappointment, even though he's been injured for like a big part of the season. I just think our offense has been a disappointment regardless. And because of that, it makes the trade look bad that we did. Because we gave up a third round pick to get Darren Waller. But it's almost not his fault. Like it's not like he's been a bad tight end. Is that we've had bad quarterback play. Oh snap! Look at Butterfingers caught a bomb. Butterfingers caught a bomb. Darius Slayton on
Oh
Tyrod
man,
Taylor.
blink your eye, miss a lot. Okay, they're gonna replay it.
oh,
You missed it.
Steph,
I missed it.
Tyrod
you
Taylor with
saw
a
you saw me going like this.
Tyrod Taylor with a beautiful throw and a beautiful catch to Darius Slayton. I don't know how long it was. They're showing the replay
Oh,
now.
it's going to be like 80, 70 maybe.
Wow,
Yeah, that's nice. I think
It was terrific.
it might have been even longer than
yeah,
that. Where they at? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
they had the 25-yard line.
yeah, right.
and he stepped
And
back. He went back to like the 12.
yeah, like from the
That's a
12, and look, he had like 10, maybe.
Ooh,
Yep,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
beautiful
like 70 yards probably.
yeah, that's a
he
beautiful
missed
throw.
that.
Look at
Yo,
the
he
missed
Oh,
missed
extra.
it.
come on. I mean, come on.
Yo,
Like we
Yo,
can't have nice things.
there's some stuff
and
you can't
Steph,
make up, man. You can't make it up.
Slayton was still, cheering and slapping the guys on the bench. He didn't even see that he missed it, so he ain't even pissed yet.
He turned around like, "Hey, what happened?" Yo, that's crazy. See, that's what the Giants have been doing to us all year, man. Like we catch a bomb, catch a break, and then miss the extra point. We're on like our fourth kicker, and that's Mason Crosby, who used to play for Green Bay, was a very, very good kicker for Green Bay for I think might be over a decade, but he's old now, so he doesn't have a job. And you can see why he didn't have a job. That's why our kicker is wearing number 21 right now. Like this is the fourth kicker that we've had on our roster, I believe. It might be the fifth.
Yeah. You look like Evan Fournier from the first quarter from last game. Rusty has, first 5, kicks, he's gonna be bad. 6th one is gonna be good. So
Oh man. Delusional in the chat. Salute the delusional Knicks fan.
I
He
wonder
said,
how he's feeling. RJ was he came out from
"Hey,
under the
man,
covers to drop a chat. RJ
you
was
should
one of
have
his players.
right. You should have been on the show yesterday, bro. Like we need you. I forgot you're a
Yeah.
huge RJ fan, and shout out to Tsunami too, because she's a big.
I checked
RJ
on
fan.
Tsunami. She
Oh,
said
what
she
she said?
wasn't feeling, she didn't like it. She wasn't feeling too good, but she's hopeful of what's to come.
Of course, she didn't like it. I expect her not to like that, especially if she was giving up RJ. it wouldn't have mattered who was coming back.
Right.
Unless it was like somebody like Embiid or somebody like that, some type of
Right.
superstar. But if it's anybody other than that, I can see if you were a huge fan of IQ or RJ that you don't like that trade. But guess what? I do, and we got better. But salute to Delusional. He said, salute to the panel. Quick question. Should the Giants bring in new coaching personnel on defense and offense or new players? That's a very good question. I actually think that I hope that Wink Martindale is back. I know there have been reports that him and Brian Dable have been butt heads a little bit. I think that just comes with losing all the time. But the defense isn't the reason why our season has been so terrible. It's really been on the offensive side of the ball. So hopefully Wink Martindale's job is intact. When it comes to Mike Kafka and the offensive side, I don't know. Like he went from being one of the hottest offensive coordinators in the league and getting multiple coaching interviews last offseason to somebody that might actually be fired. So I wouldn't fire him because, I mean, he did lose his number one quarterback and he lost his number two quarterback. And Tommy DeVito for like a month and a half was the starting quarterback of this team. Just because of that, you pretty much can't fire anybody. If I want anybody fired, it'd probably be our special teams coordinator because he doesn't have any excuses for that side of the ball to be bad. So for the most part, I probably would go with new players. And those are just, we have holes everywhere, but we do have some players that at cornerstone positions, like we have a left tackle, we have a defensive tackle, we have one or two good linebackers now. We have an edge in Kayvon Thibodeau. We have a good rookie corner who looks like he's going to be like a lockdown corner type in Deontay Banks. Wide receivers still up in the air, but our quarterback, until our quarterback play is better, you wouldn't be able to tell who's good on offense, to be honest. So
Right.
I would go with new players, but that remains to be seen. Like we gonna have 5 wins out of we got Dane Belton again, another pick from Dane Belton, second year safety, backup safety. Jason Pinnock is hurt today, and Dane Belton picked off Matthew Stafford twice today.
All right.
So we looking all right.
I mean, that's one thing about the Giants is that they come to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes when you're losing like that, it can sap your spirit and you're just going through the motions, waiting for the season to be over.
Yeah, man. Now, that's how you could tell that Brian Dable was a good coach. Like at the beginning of the season, it was a question mark because it looked like he might have lost the locker room the way we was getting blown out. Like we was getting our ass whooped, Steph. That was ridiculous. You should not be losing to anybody like 40-0.
First game of the season. Like, what you down about?
And then first game of the season. Like you practiced a couple weeks for this team. Like, and then you had most of your starters hardly played the preseason, so everybody nice and fresh. And then the second game after getting blown out, we played the Cardinals and got blown out in the first half.
Yeah, I think the Giants and the Knicks got to stop with the sitting people in preseason. We need all the reps we can get starting the first day of practice.
Yeah, I think that you might be right. I think I agree with you because I don't
Well,
know.
Tibbs he's not one of those guys that's gonna sit, this season. But remember last preseason, they were playing 8 games, 30 couple minutes starters. So
yeah, but this year he changed it up,
Yeah.
probably because of FIBA and what have you. But
yeah, probably so.
I'm looking at the chat. Delusional said, "Yeah, he'll be on Thursday. Save me a spot."
Nice, we got you.
That is what's up. Stafford talk about some get over it. We talk about the trade. Real quick. But if it was somebody you like, though, Stafford, say if it was Mitch, you wouldn't have just got over it like that.
Yeah, you would have still. That's true. That's true.
Nah, but Stafford, at least, Stafford not crazy though. I think it depends on who we would have gotten for Mitch, at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he that attached to Mitch or anybody else. But yeah.
I mean,
I had to get over it.
When we was in Tony's show, I think I forgot what was his name, Nick Nice.
Pudge, yeah.
That was Pudge?
Yeah, when you say see like Knicks are nice, or he had another
Yeah,
he has
that's
another
Pudge.
one too. Yeah,
That's
that's
Pudge.
Pudge. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think what he was trying to say is he was our number one trade asset,
Mm.
and we could have got more than OG. I think that's what he was trying to say.
But for
Well,
who? Quickly or RJ?
Quickly.
quickly, Andy not going to agree with that. See, so I think Andy and Pudge are on the complete opposite spectrums. Like Pudge really like IQ and think he's like the most valuable trade ship that we have, and Andy is not an IQ fan, so I wouldn't think that he values him like that.
Right. But I think the Knicks tried to get more. You don't think the Knicks called other front offices?
I would
But
hope.
Queen, let's be serious. The rumors were that they were looking for 3 first-round picks. Let's say the Detroit pick, they can pencil it in as a first rounder because it's going to be like 31st pick, right? So
Mhm.
literally a first rounder. RJ is a first rounder, and Quickly is a first rounder. So they got 3, but they didn't get any, like
Right.
salary fillers,
Right.
but they got players instead of the first rounders. So
And they got a 4th first rounder because that second round pick is the top of
yeah,
the second round.
that's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
was literally the first round pick because
Oh, I see what you're
31 is
saying. That and
yeah
I got you.
yeah
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So they got 3, and it would be way worse if we would have to give up an RJ and additionally 3 first round picks, maybe 2 if you add Quickly. But I think it was a fair deal actually for both sides because the Raptors were looking for a point guard. I don't think Schroeder is going to be probably at the beginning. I'm not sure Quickly is going to be starting there. To be true with you,
Well,
I think.
Schroeder's already on the bench. They benched him before the trade.
Oh, so I didn't watch the last couple of games of the Raptors, but maybe he had he was butting heads with the coach or whoever, but I was thinking that he wasn't that bad of a point guard for them. So remember he started for the Lakers a couple of seasons ago, so
Mhm.
he's not like a slouch, like like literally signed up as a reserve point guard, backup point guard, and then you have to start him because someone got injured. No, they
Mhm.
went into the season with him as the starting point guard. So but listen, I'm gonna be happy for both of them guys. To be true, I don't see a better place for RJ to get traded to.
Right.
Literally his hometown and stuff like that. So if he went to, I don't know, Memphis, whoever, whatever, the city that he didn't have any ties previously.
Yeah.
So that would be way worse. I think they did a solid for RJ, and Quickly, listen, if that might be a solid for him too. So
Yeah.
I agree. I think it was a solid for both. And for ESPN to give us an A on any trade, it was a good trade. To
that
be honest,
must have been internships, grading that thing because
the
he didn't
intern
get
it
the
was,
memo. Yeah, he didn't get the memo before the season started. So
and the Rams are actually playing for something. I just saw a graphic that the Rams, if they win today, I mean, they might clinch a playoff berth if they win today. And I think if Seattle loses and another team, I forgot. So they're actually playing for something today. So that should tell you that the Giants aren't. I don't know. I know we're 5-10. I know we've had a lot of bad games, but we had some games that we actually looked okay. We just don't have the talent yet to get over the hump. And that the main part of that is at the quarterback position, especially since Daniel Jones has gotten hurt. Tyrod Taylor and Tommy DeVito is not it. Like they're not starting caliber quarterbacks in this league. Daniel Jones is at least a starting quarterback, and I would have expected him. Say if he was stayed healthy, the offensive line obviously has played a lot better compared to they did in the first the first half of the first quarter of the season. So if Daniel Jones wouldn't have got hurt, we would have won more games than this. We would have looked a lot better to me. So after coming from an ACL though, and he hurt his neck again, we have to draft a quarterback.
Right.
Like from a health standpoint alone, every time Daniel Jones rolls out and get hit, you're going to be like, just because you'd
Yeah.
be afraid that he's going to get hurt. So yeah, we need to draft a quarterback. We need a new franchise quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. This experiment is over.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's like a boxer after that the first knockout punch. Then you got that jaw. No, it's like from glass, right? Till the first knockout you get. So
yep. And a lot of people, you have to realize it's been 5 years for Daniel Jones, just like R.J. Barrett. I think they came in as rookies the same year, to the point that I think I got a picture of them holding each other's
yeah,
jerseys.
yeah,
So
yeah. I think so too.
so RJ was out of here. Daniel Jones is next. Like, after 5 years, especially on this team and in this city, after 5 years, you can't just be the marquee player and not be successful and try to keep your job. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way, especially being quarterback. Like, you're not going to win any games, then it doesn't matter where you got drafted. You're going to be replaced eventually. The Jets is you know, kind of going through that now because they picked Zach Wilson at second overall.
Mm.
After like 4 years, if he doesn't look like a starting quarterback yet, then he has to get off this team. That's why they got Aaron Rodgers in the first place. They couldn't go with Zach Wilson as their starter coming into the season. But unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers got hurt after 4 plays. But there was no way Zach Wilson was going to be the starting quarterback for them going forward. Man, Tyree Phillips got hurt. I starting right tackle. Evan Neal, our regular right tackle, I believe he had ankle surgery, so he's done for the season, I believe. And everybody up like Tyree got hurt for real. I didn't see what happened. I just saw him on the ground, so it might be serious.
Yeah, but Taylor was like yelling at the sidelines for the guys to rush in.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
And you saw it was serious because he took off the helmet and stuff like that. So
yeah,
kneeled. So it has to be bad.
if you see a player take his helmet off, that's how you know it's probably over for that day at least.
Yeah.
It's usually serious. Or if you see a player take his helmet off and slam it to the ground on the sideline, that's how you know, oh yeah, he hurt. He hurt. So I got to see the replay of the Tyree Phillips injury. And usually when you see offensive linemen on the ground, somebody rolled up in the back of them or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they get hurt a lot, with ankles and knees and stuff, because they get rolled into and they just buckle. But damn. Giants are down 4 points. It's the fourth quarter. We can't win this game, right?
We are.
We're not supposed to win this game for sure, but man, we can't win this game. If we win this game, it'll be catastrophic for draft stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna set us back like several positions, right?
Yeah, I think we picked fifth now. I was talking to Steph earlier about the draft position. I have to look again, but last time I checked, I think we picked fifth. So now it all depends on, if we like Drake May at 2, if whoever's picking 2 is willing to give that pickup, how much it'll take for us to, leapfrog 3 and 4 in order to get the second pick to get Drake May. Or do you just, I don't know, depending on what quarterback you love, how much of a chance are you going to take that he actually falls to you? Somebody like Daniels. Tyree Phillips he is crying.
Yeah.
He got his hand up, but he's crying, so he probably, he might be done. Let me see what happened. I'm looking at the replay now.
If it bends inside, it's an ACL tear. So,
look, it looked like, did he get stepped on his heel? He just went down. And Tyrod probably did that because he probably was screaming or something. Might have heard something pop. It could be ACL, could be an ankle. I have no idea.
Achilles, whatever. So,
yep. It could be Achilles, ankle, knee.
Yeah. Some injuries you literally know. I torn my ACL twice, and you're done for the day. So
it was the same knee or two?
Yeah.
Same knee, damn.
Yeah, same knee.
I was fortunate enough I've had a knee injury before, playing football, but I've never had a serious injury like that, like a torn ACL or Achilles or anything like that.
Yeah. Listen, when you tear your ACL, tears come out of your eyes. It's like you don't. It's like the adrenaline is so high.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went down, because I like cut off a pass, and I was like going for a layup, but I heard a guy running after me, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I did the okey doke, and
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking he's gonna fly by, but he fell into me, right? And it was a big guy, so
Mm-hmm.
my knee bent in, right?
Ah, okay, got
And the guys that were coming back on from offense, when they were in the perfect angle and they saw my knee bend in, they were like they didn't want to look at it and nothing,
it.
right? And I was like, why are these guys like panicking, right? But there were tears coming out of my eyes because of the pain, but because of the adrenaline, it hit me like 2 minutes later, right?
Right.
So I sat on the bench. I was like, okay, I'm not when I'm not moving it, it's not hurting, but when I move it, it's pain. Like, I was like, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit like 5-10 minutes, maybe then I'm gonna sub myself in.
Mhm.
So I was like, let me stand up. Okay, I'm gonna pass it, for I'm not gonna play today. So I
Mhm.
went back home. I drove my car without the ACL, and my wife is like, why are you limping so bad? And I was like, I ain't limping. I had an accident on the court, but it's not like I'm limping. And
Mhm.
she's like, let me camera you, let me make a video how you walk. And I was like walking like a pirate with a stick in my leg. And I was like, I didn't feel that, right? So she's like, oh, just go to the ER, right? So I drive myself to the ER again. Yeah, and the guy's like, just you're just gonna, so you don't have the swelling and stuff like that. So you just take this, put some ice, warm, cold, and you go to orthopedic surgeon, right?
Mhm.
The dude like that was on a Sunday. On a Tuesday, I went to the orthopedic doctor, and he's like, "Dude, you don't have an ACL here." He just looked at the knee. I bent it over. He just pulled the kneecap front and back, and he's like, "Listen, this is like a like how do you call it? Like a drawer. It comes out and
Oh,
back and forth, right?"
wow.
So and
Okay.
he's like, listen, I was lying 2 days in my house, and I didn't even, do some kind of test like that, right?
Mhm.
So he's like, oh, we're going to need to do the reconstruction and stuff like that. And then I never knew how, the recovery is and stuff like that, right? So I
Mhm.
was like, cool, I'm going to do that, we're just going to do this and that. I'm going to, be in a month or two, I'm going to be back on the court and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Bro, when I came back home, when I peeped like NBA ACL tears and stuff like that, I knew I was done for like a year, right? So, but
So
listen,
how old were you? How long ago was this?
oh, that was I was like 31 probably.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was like several years ago. But listen, I was back running after 6 months, and I was
Okay.
even playing basketball, but I was like just jogging from the 3 point line to the 3 point line.
Mhm.
And then I remember, because it still like hurt me a little bit, because it was too early, right? The doc said, "Listen, it's too early," but I was like, "Listen, I'm not playing any contact, right? I'm just running, jogging from three to three, chucking a three, not playing on defense, so there's no contact, right?" And then I remember that the second time I tore it, it was like 8 months after, and I was taking a three, and it hit the back rim, and the rebound was going straight out on the 3 point line for me, right? And I was
Mhm.
like, listen, it's like a step forward, and I just gotta, stretch my hands out, right?
Mhm.
So I stretch my hands out, I jump like maybe 7 inches high, right? And a dude also jumped with me, and I fell in, and of course the muscles wouldn't build around it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And when I fell down, I literally touched his shoe, like maybe like a half an inch, right? But
Mhm.
the knee popped in again
Mm.
inside, right? But I was thinking that it's going to be cool after 3-4 days, and there was no swelling. We lost a point.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Rams scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, we lost. Sorry, I tore it, but I was like, listen, I'm not getting, another surgery, the recovery and stuff like that. Dude said, if you're not willing to do it, you're just not going to be able to run,
Mhm.
with it, right? Without the ACL. And I was like, listen, let me see how it's going to be, done here. And I worked about around the muscles, around the kneecap and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And now I'm playing without the ACL. I just got the, how do you say it, the knee brace, like perfectly for my size. The
Uh,
guys came in from a special company, measured the leg like 3 times. So, and they said, without this, you can't harm it. With the knee brace on, you can't harm yourself, right? So I was like, cool. I'm going to be running on, only with this one. So,
because it is possible. It was a basketball player. I don't think he had ACLs in either of his knees. Who was
yeah,
that?
that was the Jean Blair from the
Yes,
Spurs. Yeah,
yes. And he
yeah,
played.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember him because in college he played for Pitt.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a college basketball dude. So yes, I remember Dewan Blair. Yep. He
yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
an
yeah.
ACL in either one of his knees, and he was in
Exactly.
the NBA. And lasted in the NBA for a few years too.
Yeah,
Like that was crazy. Like he had a career that, like, I don't know. That's marvelous. Like that,
yeah,
I don't even know how to.
yeah,
That is phenomenal. The fact that he even had a career, and he didn't have any ACLs in the NBA,
yeah,
and
yeah. That's
people.
his mindset, Jarrell. Listen, till this day, when I have my slippers on, I got like new slippers.
Mhm,
After like 3 months, one slipper, it's you can see how I'm compensating the knee, right? I'm throwing weight on the other side so I don't hurt this knee, and it's like subconsciously. I'm thinking I'm going straight and stuff like that.
mhm.
You can see that I'm, walking and throwing a little bit weight more on the healthy, knee. But the healthy knee, and it's like with everything, every shoe I get, the left knee is, overcompensating for, for the right one. So it's crazy like that.
That is crazy, yo. Especially since you tore it twice.
Yeah.
So since the Rams scored, I'll go through the stats again. The Giants are actually marching down the field now. Another catch for Wandale Robinson. Um, I'll go through the Rams real quick. Matthew Stafford is over 300 yards now, on 24 completions, one touchdown, two interceptions. Kyron Williams, over 80 yards and three touchdowns now. Puka Nacua still has 5 receptions for 118. Um, but there, but Demarcus Robinson is gotten up. He's almost up to 100 yards now. So Matthew Stafford is cooking us in the second half. On the Giants side, Tyron Taylor is actually, Jalen Hyatt with a nice catch down the field. My new son, Jalen Hyatt, has cooked another cornerback going down the field with that speed. Another great pass by Tyrod Taylor. He does throw a pretty deep ball, and that is the second time he linked up with one. I see it's a flag on the field. Let's see what it is.
Oh, it better not be on the Giants.
It looks like it is because they're walking back, so it might be a holding. Daniel Bellinger is talking to the ref now, so it might be a holding on him. I'm not sure yet. Let me see. Yeah, I see Daniel Bellinger. Yeah, he hooked the guy, and yeah, they called holding on that. They could have let that go though.
Yeah, listen, this is football.
Yeah, I've seen worse than that. Could he put his arm up? But it's not like he hooked him
Yeah,
and
maybe
turned him.
maybe if it was a little bit lower, maybe
Right,
it was, they saw it because he literally went after his neck.
right. Because
Maybe
usually
it was like
refs
that.
will let that go if you don't turn the defender, because that's
Yeah,
you
yeah,
holding. But yeah, if they called it, it was ticky tack. But I can see why they called it. But definitely seen worse. Um, to keep going with the stats, Tyrod Taylor, that pass from Hyatt was wiped off. So 20 completions for him for 241 yards. Saquon Barkley got it going in the second half a little bit, but 10 carries for 40 yards. But other than that, yeah, Darius Slayton caught that one bomb in the third quarter, and that has pretty much been the entire Giants offense in the second half. Um, Good catch by Isaiah Hodgins. Tyrod Taylor threw a pretty good, a lot of good balls this quarter, or this half. He didn't really do that well in the first half, but I could tell they're going down the field a little bit more. Like they're trying to win this game. Let's just say that
Yeah.
because they
And
are.
he's throwing, like brave passes, right? Because he could have stalled it, play it safe. You see that those long bombs that he's throwing, those are passes that we rarely saw from the Giants this season.
Right. Like he's not afraid to do that. At least then that was a big problem with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, it
Yeah.
seemed like he had got scared to throw the ball down the field, and which is kind of weird because Daniel Jones was actually a really good, accurate down the field thrower, according to stats. And Aaron Donald just got a sack. So it's 2nd and 19. Tyrod Taylor drops back. Sterling Shepard just had the ball, hit him right in the chest, and he dropped it. Yeah, that sucks for him. He doesn't get that much playing time in the time that he is on the field. He dropped the pass, and he's usually short-handed. You'll rarely see Sterling Shepard drop a pass like that. He's usually a short-handed wide receiver. See, that's what happens when I don't know, when you tense up so much, you're trying to make a play, you have a
Yeah.
losing season. Sterling Shepard is our longest tenured Giant. He finally gets some playing time and dropped the pass. Like that sucks for him because he's definitely better than that. Daniel Bellinger with a heck of a move, or they calling him out of bounds. Might not be a first down, but that was a good catch.
No, yeah, definitely not going to be a first down, but they're going to have like 4 yards probably.
Right. It looked like he went out. Let me see it again. Yeah, good move by Belly.
Yeah.
Hopefully that might be a first down. He didn't step out until it's wherever the ball is when he goes out of bounds. They say it's a 4th and 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks like a first down. Refs are killing us this quarter.
Where you
Oh,
going?
Yeah, he had to cut up field, but he threw it behind him for one thing, and the defender was right there.
Wow.
Wanted to go show that again. He threw it a little bit behind him, so it was kind of hard for him to cut up. Let me see. You see how he threw it behind
Yeah,
him?
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah,
impossible to turn
yeah.
your body completely around and try to
yeah.
get upfield. So that was a bad pass on Tyrod
It
Taylor.
was.
If he would have let him a little bit, that would have been a first down.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
understand why they run these routes so close to the first down
Right? Yeah.
marker.
Usually it's by design, but I hate that when they run routes that's like 2 or 3 yards before the first down, though.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right.
At least that one was right there, and it was just a bad pass, or it would have been a first down. I hate when they like a quarter, like not a quarterback, a wide receiver will run a comeback at like 13 yards, but they needed 15. I hate stuff like that. But yeah, Giants are down by 7 points. It looks like the Rams are going to get the ball back, but this game is definitely not over. Like the Rams seem like they want to give this game away, so we're still in it. I think, did I go through all the stats? I went through both teams, right? Yeah, I did. Let me see if the the Giants stats are upgrade. Yeah, let me do the upgraded stats because I didn't refresh last time. Tyrod Taylor is officially over 300 yards,
Oh, wow.
25 for 34. He's not having a bad day. The second half has been a lot better than the first. And Saquon Barkley still has 10 carries for 40 yards, and Darius Slayton got over 100 because of that bomb he caught in the third quarter. But other than that, yeah, nothing really to report. Got a couple more sacks. Dane Belton got another interception early in the fourth quarter, and that's the game so far. We're only down 7 points. The Giants actually might pull this out, which will be unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Because the Rams are actually playing for something. It seemed like they tried to give this game away. Like one thing I'll say about our offense, at least our offensive line looks light years better than it did in the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because Evan Neal has been hurt and he hasn't been playing, but
Mhm.
Tyree Phillips and now Matt Pert is on there on the right hand side. Like I'm okay. I just seen the coach Dayball yelling at Hyatt like I don't know, maybe you're right, Steph. Maybe he ran the route too short.
Right.
But regardless, if the ball is thrown behind me and I
Yeah.
can't turn around and turn upfield, why are you
Right.
yelling at me?
Right.
Like yell at the quarterback for not putting the ball in the right place. He was right in front of him
Right.
with no pressure. But he doing that no while he a rookie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get yelled at as a rookie. You're supposed to. Next time run that
No
damn route.
matter what.
Right. Next time run that route like I taught you how to run or
Right.
where you're
Right.
supposed to run. It doesn't matter if the ball is behind you or not. Salute to Jamal Martin in the chat. Popped that in the chat. I didn't even see his comment, but salute to Jamal. I don't know if this is the first time you've been in here, but yeah, salute. Subscribe to the channel. Glad that you're here. And we still talking Giants. There's only 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I see Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford got one of the best arms in the league, man. You see how fast that ball got there. That was a good play by Dory Jackson. Get his hand in there, have an incomplete pass. The Rams have the ball. What's that? The 43-yard line, and it's 3rd and 8. Third and 6. I'm sorry. And the ball is on the 38. All right. Watch Cooper Kupp. He's in motion. Matthew Stafford with another incomplete pass. So, yeah, like I said, the Rams seem like they're trying to give this game away. The Giants are going to get the ball again. Rams going to punt. Got a little less than 8 minutes left, man. Let's see, what magic Tyrod Taylor could do with 8 minutes left. Like, we score a touchdown here, man. I'm going to start getting nervous, stuff.
Okay. Okay.
It is what it is. These are the type of meaningless games for us that we usually win at the end of the season, though, for the Giants. It's always like that when we're out of it. All right, Ozlowski. Good punt return. I would have you're supposed to kind of let that bounce, though, if you're like towards the 5-yard line, so it could be, hopefully, bounce backwards to get a touchback. I'm actually surprised that he caught that ball. Yeah, we've been on Matthew Stafford all day. Our defense has actually been doing a pretty good job. It doesn't look like it because they almost got 30 points, but the circumstances the defense have been in, that the offense would put them in with our turnovers, our defense is actually playing pretty well. Matthew Stafford don't just be throwing interceptions all the time. And Dan Belton got 2 of them. All right, Tyrod Taylor steps back. Complete pass to Saquon Barkley. Good hard run, 10-yard gain. It should be 1st and 10. Stafford got a question. Question for the panel. Been seeing a couple articles. Randall is the next domino to fall. What do you think about the reports? Word?
For who?
Yeah. I saw that too. First thing I checked if it wasn't a sponsored article from State.
I checked on State too. State
started to block people, like massive blocks, because everybody's tagging him. Is he fine? Is he safe? And stuff like that. So he started blocking people.
Yeah, salute to Jamal. We said, Queen, I watch you MBK. I'm glad you're rocking with the Giants. And I'm new to the channel. So salute Jamal. Salute
appreciate you,
Mr. Martin. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. I'm here every week. I wasn't here last week because it was Christmas, but I definitely will be here, win or lose, next game against Philly next week. They don't have a time for the game yet, but we do play next Sunday, and I'll be here at the start of the third quarter, just like every other game.
Yep.
And that's how we do here usually. But yeah, Randall, Yeah, and we talk Knicks on this show too because a lot of times the Giants be losing. Like we're 5-10, so I got to talk about something. Yeah, Randall being the first domino to fall. That's shocking to be honest. It definitely would have to be for a superstar. I would
I was
think.
about to say for who?
Yeah, it depends on for who. Like it would have to be Randall and multiple first round picks. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor with a nice.
On the flag.
Yeah, another flag. Every time we have a big play, we get a flag. It's like that's like the fourth play that we've had for that's gone for a big game that's been called back today. Steph, when you left, Jalen Hyatt caught a bomb and it was holding on Daniel Bellinger at the line of scrimmage. He caught like a 44, like a 50-yard bomb, and it got called back
Wow.
when you had left.
Yeah, my auntie call. You know, when they get up in their 70s, you never know when you get a call. Hello, auntie, you good? You good?
Yep. Especially if it's a random call that you didn't know was coming, you gotta answer that. So yeah, you definitely good for yeah, you can step off the show if auntie call. Like
yeah, I was like, you good? Yeah, I sent you your Swiss colony basket. Did you get it with all the sausages and the cheese?
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay, that's all you want. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. And all that.
Right. That was from you? That was from you?
Yo, right. Stafford said, could it be Luka? Never. I don't know.
Oh.
I'd be completely shocked. I know he's from Dallas. Randall is from Texas. He's from Dallas, right? So just like us shipping RJ to Toronto, us giving Dallas Randall for Luka. If Dallas did that, they need their head examined. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Like I don't care how many first round picks the Knicks are giving me. I'm not giving up Luka unless he absolutely threatens to do something or he's not on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like
Andy is like, listen, we just got rid of Quickly, and you're gonna bring in another ball dominant player on this team. I can't
listen, Steph. I don't know if you guys remember, but the draft. I remember I was on NBK already when the Luka draft was on, and I said that, listen, guys, Luka, a great player, he's gonna be a superstar in this league. But the complaining you see from LeBron is gonna be doubled with Luka. Couple of years later, look what's happening.
I believe it.
Listen, and I really like Luka's game. I'm following him from like his when he was like 15, 16 years old, right? So when you're talking about talent, that kid has talent.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he's one of those guys that you're gonna build a team around him and win a chip. The other thing is Jokic, because he's also talented, but Jokic is one of those guys that he doesn't even like to play basketball. He's like,
if he retired,
this is work.
Years, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he's going to be chasing horses in Serbia somewhere, and nobody's even going to know and follow him.
Right.
So
I can see mainly money will be his only reason, but now that he's won a championship, I can see him retiring before he's 30.
Maybe he's gonna. I don't think he's chasing any kind of records and nothing like that. No, he's like he might be the next president of Serbia, though.
Hey, if that's the case, you could cut your NBA career short. I'm sure he'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
Jamal said he wanted to talk about some of the upcoming draft process. Yeah, like we've been so bad all year that I pretty much give draft shows every week now on the show as we're playing. Somebody like the quarterbacks that's going to come off first, Williams and Drake May will probably be 1 and 2. At least I would guess that those will be the two hot commodity quarterbacks in the first round. If we're picking 5th, I don't think we're going to get either one of them. Whether those teams that are picking at that spot pick them, or somebody would trade up to get one of them. Picking 5th, we might can get Daniels. I don't have a problem with that. I would like to get through the draft process first to see how he does when it comes to meetings. I know his pro day is going to be awesome. Everybody's pro day is good because it's designed to be good. So throwing the ball I know he can do that. But when the interviews come and we get reports from teams how he is in the classroom when it comes to drawing, when they have him on the board and go through plays and stuff, that's when if a team is going to fall in love with a quarterback. I don't know how smart Daniels is when it comes to that. I have watched him multiple times at LSU. I'm a Florida State fan, so we played them the first game of the season this year and last year. So I've seen him firsthand. We beat him both times, but he is definitely a talented quarterback. So if we did draft Daniels, I have total faith in whoever we draft at the quarterback position when it comes to Brian Dable and Joe Shane. Like if they pick anybody they pick like in the top 5, that means they fell in love with that quarterback, and that's who the quarterback is going to be. And I don't think it's going to be somebody like Bo Nix or Michael Penix. We was talking about Andy's ACL tears when you left. He told his ACL tear story. Michael Penix has 2 of them also.
Wow.
So having 2 ACL tears before you even get into the league is kind of hard for me to think that he's going to be picked in the top 10, especially by us who has a starting quarterback now off a torn ACL. So Michael Penix is not going to be the answer. Bo Nix to me is not even a first round pick. He should be picked like in the second. So if we get Daniels, Luke May, or Williams from USC, I would probably be happy with those 3.
Okay.
And you got Andy, I haven't seen you in a while. My bad, I didn't recognize you, bro. MBK for life.
I was absent. I was absent for maybe over a month now, even so.
Right. Wow. And plus, Sim has stopped doing shows as often.
He stopped doing the schedule, for the European friendly time. So
right.
When Same here.
The coach's corner and stuff. I remember watching Sim doing all that stuff. So yeah, I think Sim is just he's been caught up with other stuff, but it's always support MBK. Oh, Bobby Okereke got another sack, so that might be his second one of the season. He got his first one earlier in the first half. So the defense stepped up again. So we're going to see what happened, man. Like if the offense could score a touchdown, this game might go into overtime. We got a little bit over 3 minutes left. And yeah, Bobby Okereke with another sack. That's his second one. Well, they might count it as a half a sack, but yeah, he didn't have any sacks all season, and he got 2 of them today. He's blitzing more. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised about the Rams not being able to score the last few possessions to put this game away. Our defense has stepped up each time. Jamal, do you have any other questions about draft prospects other than quarterback? It seems everybody keep asking me, but snap. Okay, Oslowski, we got a punt return, and this might be going for
look
a
at
touchdown. That's a block in the back. They're not gonna call that. But we had just got a block in the back just then. And I'm actually shocked that they didn't call it since everything else has been called back. But yeah, we got a punt return for a touchdown, people. This game is going to be tied unless they miss the extra point.
And this dude is a Polish name, Polish roots, Olszewski.
Yeah, that's Oslowski. He was playing for the Patriots, actually went to the Pro Bowl as a special teams guy. The Patriots, I think, released him in the beginning of this season, and he was playing. He was playing for the Steelers, and they released him too, and we got him off the waiver wire. So this is obviously a good pickup, and he is definitely our best punt returner we've had in years, just from that touchdown alone.
Yeah, they're gonna re-sign him in their locker room.
Yep, re-sign him right now, Steph, before you even get into the locker room. Yes, we would like you back next season, sir.
And a flag.
See, another flag
on a kick,
on an extra point. So let's see what this is. Oh, this is good. It's going to count. So it's going to be 26 all.
I was thinking someone, from the Giants, was on the bookies, and he was like, "I ain't gonna let this one slip out."
Right. So hold on now. Why didn't they
count the point yet?
Yeah. Right? Why didn't they count the point yet? It's always something going on, man. Wait, hold on. So we're going for 2.
Hold up now.
Brian Dable.
Jesus. Doing too much.
Yo,
Doing too
but
much.
they were because there was a flag, so they made it closer.
Yeah, but still.
Still. Oh, right
Look
there.
at this.
Oh, come
What the
on.
Tyrod Taylor.
Come on. What kind of pass was that?
Tyrod. Gotta pick yourself up and let it go.
Come on.
That is, I keep telling y'all like that. Remember, even with the
She looking like me, like, what the hell happened?
even with the Jalen Hyatt pass, he was right in front of him and he threw behind him. Like something is up with
Well,
Tyrod today.
no, he was at the bookies for sure, bro. He should
Come
have
on, right there.
he should have went
Look at
if
that.
even for himself he would have got the touchdown.
Right. He could have won himself. Right. You're right.
Look at that. See, that's all it takes for. But you would think that maybe Saquon he should have caught it and stuff like that. No, that is a bad pass. You're running full speed trying to catch a
Yeah.
football behind you.
But he's aiming it instead of just throwing the ball.
Look at Saquon though. Saquon just dropped his shoulders. And see, Tyrod, no, this isn't the first one he did like that. Like he's been doing
And
that
that's
all
why I don't
day.
understand why you're going for a 2-point tie the game.
Going for the win.
Yeah.
Trying to get your locker room on your side. They don't care about no draft position.
Yeah, I guess.
Like we do. Well, they've had the right play. See, that's why going back to Delusional's question about who do you replace, the coaches or the players. That's a prime example is the players. It's not the coaching. That was you might even say that decision might be crazy to go for 2. They had the right play at the right time. The player threw the ball behind them, or we would have gotten that. So it's kind of hard to blame the coaches for some of these losses.
Right.
I blame coaches for like blowouts. Usually, when it comes to like the games that could have went either way, mistakes is the reason why you didn't win. It's not usually coaches' decisions. So if I'm the Rams, I don't know. The Rams defense has been kind of trash this second half. So if I'm the Rams, I'll keep we don't have any timeout. So yeah, they're just gonna run the ball. The only timeout they have is the 2-minute warning. So hey, my guy Rob Bracey is in the house. Salute. Geraldine always rocking with us, the first lady. But salute, Rob. Salute. Glad you made it. Yeah, Rob came in when everything got intense. We ain't even talking because we looking at the game because it's only 2 minutes left and we down 1 play. Good stop by Ashawn Robinson. Yep, the defense is actually balling. They've been balling this whole second half. To be honest. Yeah. Well, I should say from the middle of the third quarter on because they scored on their first possession. I think they scored 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns this half, but they were both early in the third quarter. Cooper Kupp is in motion to the left. Matthew Stafford's in the shotgun. What is it? 3rd and 9. What they call 2-minute warning? Yeah, I think it went to the 2-minute warning. So we got 2 minutes left and we down 1 point. It's 3rd and 9. Matthew Stafford's obviously going to pass the ball. If I was them, it probably won't be. It might not even be for a first down, just to get the ball in somebody's hands and go down, so the clock is start running, and the Giants will probably get the ball with like a minute left. If I'm the Rams, but then again, the last time they kicked the punt, they let it for a touchdown. So I don't know. I was going to go through the stats, but there's only 2 minutes left, so I'll probably go through the stats at the end of the game.
So going back to the Knicks guys,
Mhm,
who you think, when we're looking to trade Randall,
mhm.
who you guys envision?
Who's available that you would trade Randall for?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope it's not this Zion trade.
Oh,
He didn't
that-
play 17 NBA games. Like we can't.
no, no,
You get
no.
lower every time you say it.
Yeah, but
25.
yeah, but to be true, I was thinking about it because both Randall and RJ came in the same time. Randall signed as a free agent, and RJ got drafted the same offseason,
Mhm.
right? So maybe they're trying to click the reset button and trade Randall, and then have a big three with Brunson, OG, and a third guy.
Uh,
Question is, who's the third guy
Who's
though?
the and that
Because
third Bob better be, you know,
do you
somebody
think
said Booker.
Booker? Nah, because why would I get it? I understand that, Rob. Salute to Rob. You got to think about why would the Suns trade Booker right now?
Right.
That's my only thing. If it was Booker, don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. But I
Mhm.
guess when it comes to superstars and trades, I always try to ask people, why do you think that team will trade their superstar to us?
and not to mention though, but I think Randall with KD is a worse fit than KD with Booker.
Right.
So
So I don't see that.
oh
Got a sack by Isaiah Simmons. But that's the thing. I told you they're either gonna, as long as it's not an incompletion, the Rams are happy with that, like because the clock's still running. So we'll get the ball back with like around a minute, like I said. Like it was either going to be a completion. If it's not there, Matthew Stafford should just go down and let the clock keep running because we don't have any timeouts. He went right in there too. Well, let's see. Last punt we had, we ran it back. So all right. So we'll have the ball. Looks like around the 47, 48-yard line.
and a flag.
If that flag is on them, if it's a late hit out of bounds, that's another 15 yards.
Yeah, it's gonna be so.
Oh, holding on
Uh,
us. So it's
yeah, it's versus the Giants.
yeah. So Darnay Holmes. I forgot Darnay Holmes was on the team. Talk about falling out of grace. Like he at one point he was our starting slot corner. Rob said reports out there saying KD is unhappy. Well, KD is unhappy
Yeah,
with Devin Booker. He gonna have a hell of a time with Julius Randle.
right.
So yeah, Devin Booker. Don't get me wrong. I wish it was him. Look, now Saquon dropped the pass.
Amazing.
Like they tighten it up, man. I think it's because we losing. We're gonna have a losing season. Saquon, that's the second drop pass Saquon did today.
Yep.
He dropped the easy one earlier. I'm mad they showed him getting hit instead of the actual drop pass just now. Watch out for Jalen Hyatt going down the field. Oh, that looked like another hold on the Giants. Tyrod Taylor with the wheels. What is this? Yo, we about to win this game. Another one. Another meaningless loss. I mean, meaningless win. We're going to win this game, though. About to kick the field goal. I thought he was. Wait a second. I thought Tyrod Taylor was. Where did he go down at?
They're not only going for the win; they're going for a touchdown.
Yeah. Tyrod was moving. Only thing when he get hit, that's when you always got to gas because he injury prone. But yeah, he can run it still though. Old man out there.
Dang, they not gonna even try to get any closer.
Yeah, they got to.
Oh, okay.
It's still they still got enough time.
They losing yards. Come on. Come on. Come on.
The disappointment in your voice.
I mean,
Mm,
they out there
see.
hustling backwards.
Hustling backwards. Like, are you trying to win or not? I'm confused. 3rd and 12, no timeouts, 37 seconds.
What they're gonna try to for the field goal?
Give yourself 2 chances in case you bumble the snap.
Nah, they probably go
I
out
was thinking
there.
because
I
Taylor
think-
was like,
I think it's too long to do that because we already missed the extra point. So,
Yeah.
but do you pass the ball? Like I don't know. I
No.
don't know if I'd pass the ball. Not with Tyrod Taylor.
Just let him run with it.
But you too far. What was that?
Almost interception.
Yeah, so that's why you probably better off running it, but you don't have any timeouts, so you would have had to rush your field goal unit on the field. Look at this dude with the 21. That's funny. Good old Mason Crosby. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. I'm gonna take this off and just have us on here.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be spoilers. I think we gonna make it and we gonna win, to be honest.
no.
Oh my God.
Well, there it is. Giants lose.
2 missed extra points.
Mm-hmm.
A botched 2-point conversion.
I told you the kicking game, man. That's our 5th kicker of the year. Like, I almost don't even blame Mason Crosby because this is his first week with the team, I believe. He just came off the practice squad. He was on the couch last week. This is the first time. Well, I guess he did practice with the holding and everything, but this isn't his normal holder, snapper, anything like that. So, yeah. You don't have 21 on your helmet and a kicker if you was a good kicker. He got the last number available. So, Giants lose. I'm going to do these stats real quick and we can get out of here and enjoy the rest of our New Year's Eve day. I didn't even mention that. It being New Year's Eve and all. So, let's go through the stats real quick and we can get out of here. Giants lose by 1 point, 26-25. We all was here to see how that went when it came to the extra point and everything. So I'll just go through the stats. We easily could have won this game. I think it was actually ours to lose. I think we just lost it. Like the Rams pretty much was trying to give this game away. Matthew Stafford, 24 for 23, 317 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Kyron Williams, 20 carries. He had a very good day. 20 carries for 87 yards at 3 touchdowns. Puka Nacua, all of those came pretty much in the first half. And that one play he had in the third quarter, 5 catches for 118 yards. Cooper Kupp was pretty much handcuffed in the second half. And Demarcus Robinson, because Cooper Kupp was handcuffed, Demarcus Robinson kind of went off in the second half with 92 yards. For the Giants, I won't go over the Rams defense. Let's just say they had a lot of sacks and Tyrod Taylor got hit a lot. But Tyrod Taylor was 27 for 41, almost 320 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also was our leading rusher just because of that last play that he had in the last drive, 6 carries for 40 yards. Saquon Barkley didn't do anything today. He only had 3 carries in the first half, 9 carries in the second for 12 carries total, under 40 yards, no touchdowns. He actually dropped 2 passes as well. Wendell Robinson was I don't know. I like Wendell Robinson. He's like a Swiss Army knife out there. He actually had a running touchdown for 24 yards. He also caught 6 passes. Darius Slayton, he had a good day because that one bomb that he caught. Darren Waller had a nice day for average day for a tight end, 5 catches for 50 yards. Jalen Hyatt actually caught 2 bombs, and 2 of them was called back, but officially only had 3 catches for 25 yards. And leading tackler Nick McLeod, and we have a handful of sacks and a couple of interceptions by Dane Belton.
Mhm.
So that is the stats for the game. You guys got any last words?
Go Knicks and
Go Knicks after all the Giants stats.
and may the Giants get it right during the draft time. Do not get this pick wrong, whatever it's gonna be.
Mm. Andy, you
Yeah, well,
good?
I'm just gonna add that this NFL draft day week probably is gonna be it's gonna be fun for me because I'm planning to like watching it closely because it's gonna be like my first NFL draft. I know that they split it up in days and stuff like that. So actually, NBA plans to do so too. So they're trying to do the first round one day, the second round the other day.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to dig in and pay closer attention than usual to the NFL draft.
Me too.
And
Get
like Steph
back into
said, go Knicks.
it.
With the draft, when it comes to the draft, I'm definitely gonna have a draft show before the draft, and
Nice.
just like last year, I had a draft show before the draft. I was live the whole first round, and I had a post show with all of our draft picks and breakdowns of all of them. I did all that last year. I'm going to do all that again. And yeah, I think that's it. Let me salute to the chat real quick. Everybody that came through, Mega, Dwayne, Geraldine, Wonder Woman came through for a little bit. Delusional Knicks fans came through. Stafford Don, my guy. Jamal Martin for the first time. He's new to the channel. Hopefully you subscribed. Rob Bracey came through. Ajay came through at the end. What's good,
Yeah,
bro?
salute. Salute.
Ajay gonna talk about what a game after we lost that. Oh, Dwayne said it's his 56th birthday on Wednesday.
Happy
Ah, there you
birthday.
go.
Man, Lawrence Taylor, that's the Lawrence Taylor year, man. So it's gonna be a good year for you, bro. But salute Dwayne and happy birthday. Hope everybody is having a very good New Year tonight. Don't
Mhm.
get in any trouble. Stay home. If you're gonna get tipsy, stay home. Don't drink and drive. And I think we out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace, fam.